Hi everyone, my name is Chef Anush Shroff from Passport Hospitality from Goa. I'm here with Amul today live from my house in Goa and I wanted to share with you a very simple recipe called pasta alla verdure, which is simply pasta with vegetables. Now the reason I'm doing this is to show you guys a very simple way of transforming your daily lunch and dinner into something special and something extravagant for your families. I'm sure you all miss dining out at nice Italian restaurants and nice bistros. This recipe will give you a small reminder of what going out and dining was. So let's get started very soon. This recipe is basically about consuming all the ingredients that you have in your fridge. So it's kind of like a clean your fridge recipe. Uh, the recipe uses mostly all vegetables. You can use any substitute that you want. I will explain to you during the course of the video how to substitute and why to substitute. So very quickly, the pasta that we're using today is a pasta called angel hair. It's a very small pasta, less than a centimeter in diameter. So it will cook very fast. So the cooking time for this pasta is barely 3 to 4 minutes. And then we have a lot of vegetables. So over here we have some carrot and celery. We have some fresh basil from my garden, some leek and garlic, fresh tomato cut without the seed, olive oil, salt, drumsticks or moringa, and butter. We'll also be using salt and pepper to season the pasta. And here I have made a vegetable puree. This is nothing but whatever was left in my fridge. There is some cauliflower inside. There's a little bit of potato left, carrot, cabbage, French beans that have just been boiled and blended into a fine paste. So this is like a unseasoned soup, a soup without salt or anything. This is going to add the texture and base to our pasta, and it's going to also thicken the pasta and make it very luscious and velvety. Now before we start, I wanted to explain why we're doing it like this. Why we're using moringa. Firstly, because I had moringa in my kitchen, so I didn't want to waste it, and I think this is a perfectly good opportunity to use it. What I've done is I've simply boiled the moringa in hot water, and I've opened it up like that, and I'm just going to remove the seeds. It's not difficult at all. It's very simple. So here the main preparation of the dish is ready. So I'll get started. The Amul product I'm using today is Amul salted butter, the regular butter that you get in every supermarket. Why I'm using this butter? Because it's going to add a really nice creaminess towards the end. More than anything, it's going to add the flavor of a traditional Italian dish. This butter has salt inside. That's why we add salt at the end, just to make sure we don't over season the dish. So now let's get started. This dish basically starts with the sauteing of the most simple vegetables. Then we'll add a little bit of the pasta water to it, boil the pasta, add the soup, add the butter, and it's ready. So it's very simple. It's just maybe 5 or 6 very easy steps. So we start by adding olive oil, and we are using extra virgin olive oil in this case. About 30 ml, that's 2 spoons. And we go in with the leek and garlic first. Now, I'm going to use leeks because I had them in the fridge. I did not go to purchase onions today. If you have onions, you can use them. If you have leeks, you can use them. If you have spring onion also, you can use them. The idea is to use whatever is in the fridge. Each ingredient will taste different. It will not taste the same, but the idea is to use whatever is left and not to waste. So I have about 2 cloves of garlic and about 10 grams of leeks. And you want to let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, just till the leeks soften and the garlic becomes completely cooked. At this time, I'll add a small pinch of salt. Now, it's a great tip to know that when you add salt to onions that are cooking in any cuisine, Indian, Italian, French, regardless, The onion and the leek will start releasing moisture that will help in the cooking of it becoming faster. Now I'm going to add some celery and carrot. This is about 1 spoon of celery and about 1 spoon of carrot, all finely chopped. The carrot is raw because if you use raw carrot, you get a little bit of crunch at the end of the dish, which is very interesting and will add a new texture to the dish. So there you have it. Now I'm going to go in with my tomatoes. Now this is about half a tomato which has been de-seeded and diced into rather large pieces, because if you chop it up, it will completely disintegrate and it won't show towards the end. So you want to keep it rather large. Just about 1 teaspoon of that. Now this is cooking and will cook perfectly well in the next 2 minutes. Over here I have some already boiled water in which I am going to cook my pasta. Now whenever you cook pasta, it's very important to remember that you have to salt the water properly and you have to taste it. Because if you don't taste the salted water, you may not know exactly how much it should taste. It should taste like seawater. And you need to have abundant enough water to cook your pasta. So I have here about 120 grams. That's just about a portion of pasta. And I'm going to start cooking it with salt. At this time also I'm going to add my vegetable puree inside. Again, it's just potato, carrot, some cabbage, some cauliflower. The carrot has given it this pink color. You can also substitute with pumpkin, with lauki, with any other Indian vegetable also. There's no need to use expensive Italian bell peppers and asparagus and stuff like that to make it seem Italian. Fine, so now this pasta looks like it's coming together. I'm going to add maybe 1 more spoon. This cream over here is actually going to make it come all together towards the end. For the pasta water, in say about 2 liters, I'm going to add most of the salt, just to keep a little bit for the seasoning. And then I'm going to taste it also, because if you don't taste the salt in the water, you will not understand how much salt to add towards the end of the dish. Okay. I'm going to take this time now and add the moringa seeds or drumstick seeds. Many of you will be confused that why is he adding drumsticks into an Italian dish? Well, drumstick is actually one of the most beneficial ingredients to you, and a lot of chefs all over the world are using this in the Michelin star restaurants as a key ingredient because of its health properties. So you can use moringa, you can use any other Indian vegetable that you feel that can add something to the dish. If you think that there are some more ingredients that can be added to a pasta like this, please add it into the comments. I'll be happy to talk and share it or discuss it. At this point, I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning to the dish. And I'm going to add my pasta inside. Cooking pasta is very easy if you have a tongue like this. This is an Italian pasta tongue. It's made of stainless steel. It's like a chopstick, but it's joined at the one end. What you want to do, you want to easily soften everything and add it inside the pot. So there's no olive oil inside this pasta, inside this water, because there's no need of it. Many people say that you have to add olive oil inside your boiling water to create, to make sure the pasta doesn't stick. But that's not true at all. Just make sure the water is boiling rapidly at over 100 degrees. It will not stick at all. So the pasta sauce is almost ready. The pasta is boiling. Now we can just wait. So here I have some fresh basil which I'll add into my pasta. If you don't have basil, you can add parsley also. But basil is nice and sweet, so it will actually give a very, very nice flavor towards the end. Alright, if you would like to see the sauce closely, you can see now that every ingredient is visible. The drumstick seeds are visible, the tomatoes are visible, the basil is visible. You can see carrots, you can see the tomatoes. And if you like to see the pasta here, it should be cooking like this. Basically, this is called a rolling boil. This will ensure that the pasta never sticks to the pan. Now coming back to the point of pasta, this dish is traditionally made with a short pasta like penne, rigatoni, fusilli. But if you don't have it, you can use any other pasta that you like. You can use spaghetti, you can use capellini or injera like I did. You can use linguine. Linguine will also be delicious. The idea is to use whatever is left in your pantry and whatever is left in your fridge. And if you keep stirring the pasta around like this lightly without breaking it, you will not get lumps in your pasta. They will be nice and loose. Now to check if your pasta is done, there is a small trick to do it. It's to break the pasta in half and see if the inside is cooked or not. If there's a small white dot inside, that's perfect. You want to remove it into your sauce and cook it inside the sauce. Because if you cook it inside the sauce for the last 30 seconds or 40 seconds, the pasta starch will release inside the pan and give you a nice creamy texture to it. So I'm just going to check it once. Yeah, it's almost cooked. Maybe another 2 minutes, another 20 seconds more, and it will be good to go. If you have a gas stove at your house, this will happen a lot faster. It doesn't take more than half an hour to make this recipe completely, but because I have induction pans here, I can only use one at a time. That's why it's taking a little bit longer. So please bear with me, have some patience. Right, so the pasta is done now. It's 90% cooked, and I'm going to add the pasta straight into the sauce like this, because you don't want to dirty your kitchen with a strainer. This is the best way of doing it, and it's simple and the cleanest way. So now I have about enough pasta for one portion. This water I'm also going to add, because remember this water has a lot of salt in it. So I'm going to add about 1 spoon of it and leave it there. There you go. Now at this point I'm going to add the most important ingredient, which is the butter. Remember, it's salted butter. It will melt inside the pasta and create a lovely, lovely sauce. You can toss it like this if you want. If you don't know how to do it, too bad. So, as you can see now, there's a lovely, delicious creaminess coming to the pasta without adding any cream, without adding flour or white sauce. The vegetables are naturally thickened in. The butter is doing its amazing job by completely creaming, by becoming creamy and getting all the flavors together. I've tasted once. You always taste your food before you serve it. Wow. And that's it, the pasta is done. Now to present it, you can use whatever is in your home. This is the fanciest plate that I have, so I will try my best to show you how to do it. So you should get a spoon like this, or a ladle if you have. If you can get something like this, or a large kitchen towel. Lift your pasta up like that nicely. Make sure to get as much as you can. Roll it nicely inside. Beautiful. And add it to the plate. Most important thing is to ensure that you have as much sauce as possible onto the dish. Very good. You can get this dish in a 5-star hotel and pay 1,000 rupees for it, or you can make it for your loved ones at home. Doesn't matter. The dish is ready. You can add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil just for the flair and finish. You can add chef-like as you want. And some freshly cracked pepper on the top. There you are. It's a very simple dish. It took me less than 15 minutes to make. Thank you very much for tuning in. Stay safe, stay home. We will not be able to go out and dine for a long time. So to impress your husband, your wife, your kids, your parents, make this at home. See the smile on their face. Thank you very much.